So today I am in the small Bavarian town of Bad Wiessee. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, World War II Wayfinder. Thanks for joining me. Now, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I would love it if you would do so and tap the notification bell as well, just so you can stay up to date with all of my content on this channel. And don't forget, I'm on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter as well, so if you head over to there, lots of different content all the time getting posted up, so please join me on those channels as well. The building behind me here is the Rat House, or the Town Hall, and it was here on the 9th of September 1944 that Luftwaffe fighter ace Erich Hartmann would get married to his bride Ursula. Now, for those that don't know, Erich Hartmann scored 352 victories during his time flying for the Luftwaffe in his 109. And while some of those claims may be disputed, potentially, and I want to do an episode on Hartmann and his war at another time, I wanted to come here because there is the Jagdfliegerheim, the fighter pilot's rest home, also located here in the town. But it was here on the 9th of September, as I said, that Hartmann married his bride Ursula, and then they actually honeymooned in the town for 2 weeks afterward at the Jagdfliegerheim. And we'll go and take a look at that in a moment, because it's currently being torn down. But fortunately, I've managed to make it here in time to see the building itself is still standing, but the surrounding grounds are all being torn down. So it's a part of Luftwaffe history that is being completely erased. So on Hartmann's wedding day, as his two wedding witnesses, he enlisted a Major Gerhard Barkhorn, who had 301 victories, and Hauptmann Wilhelm Batz, another notable Luftwaffe ace, and they served as his witnesses for the service. So this area was very, very prominent with Luftwaffe aces throughout the war, and has seen all of the greats pass through this town. So what we'll do now we've seen the Rat House where Hartmann actually got married, we'll now go and take a look at what remains of the Jagdfliegerheim before it is gone and erased from history forever. So let's go. Right, so behind me there, that is what once was the Jagdfliegerheim, the fighter pilot's rest home. This was where Erich Hartmann and his newlywed wife, they spent their 2-week honeymoon here on the banks of, on the shores of Lake Tegernsee down here in Bavaria, and it's a stunning place to honeymoon. And the great thing about the Jagdfliegerheim, it's very similar to the flak houses that the United States Army Air Force employed during World War II, designed to give fighter pilots rest, recuperation, and relax, and to forget the war, to forget all aspects of it if they could, so that they were more refreshed and ready to get back into the fight when they felt ready to do so. It's interesting as well because the Luftwaffe didn't employ a rotation system such as the Royal Air Force did, with sending operational crews or pilots, then to, after they've completed their tour of duty, to sending them to an operational training unit or an OCU, an operational conversion unit. For the Luftwaffe, the pilots were just expected to fly and fight until they were either wounded to a point where they could no longer fight, or until they were killed. And this is why we see the degradation of the Luftwaffe from late 43 through to the end of the war, as the United States Army Air Force was able to ramp up its efforts and take out their fighter force in the air. But here at the Jagdfliegerheim, unfortunately, as you can see, it is in its death throes now. So all of the great Luftwaffe aircrew that came through here at one time or another, when it was actually nicknamed, or known as, Florida, very un-German name, is now soon to be consigned very much to the history books. And it's interesting actually that in this town of Bad Wiessee, Ernst Röhm, the leader, founder of the SA, the Sturmabteilung, Hitler's brown shirts, basically the militia that would go around persuading people to support the Nazis through violence and mob tactics. He was arrested here in a hotel when Hitler decided that Rome was getting too powerful and he was going to stamp out the SA. That building has long gone, otherwise it would take you there, but I'll put some photos up. But if you do get the chance to visit Bad Wiessee, I do recommend it. It's just a shame that these historical places are being torn down at a rate of knots here in Germany. I understand that the Germans don't want to acknowledge what happened. They want to put it in the past, but you know, beautiful old building now getting torn down, and will probably just be made way for a modern building, which is a real shame in my opinion, especially given the fighter races that came through here at one time or another. I was lucky enough, however, to be here roughly this time last year when I could actually walk around the grounds, so I'll put some of those photos up so you can see it, how it was before the bulldozers and the diggers moved in and started tearing the place to pieces. But anyway, a little bit of a different episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have and you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Really appreciate it. It's really good to see the channel grow. I want to be able to bring you to more places like this, so that you can see these important historical sites, especially here in Germany, before a lot of them are taken away from us forever. So with that, I will see you all in the next one.